Alrighty, traders. I just want to walk you through a example of a long strangle trade, and this was on Starbucks from back in August. It was a setup that I got from CMLViz, which is something that I use quite a lot, and I find it's quite good in choppy markets like we've had recently, where it's a bit hard to get a read on the direction. You can get a lot of trade ideas there, based on past data, past performance of stocks, and they can be non-directional. So this was a long strangle setup, very short-term trade based on a technical trigger from the 20th of August. And the trigger was to buy 40 delta calls and 40 delta puts with about 10 days or so to expiry, or 14 days, sorry. This is the trigger here. As you can see, the details here, 14-day expiration, 40 delta call, 40 delta puts. And you can see that this has had a success rate in the past based on this trigger, 13 wins and 0 losses. So I was pretty, obviously you never know in advance that a strategy is going to work or not. Sometimes it doesn't, even based on past data like this. But I thought this was a good chance to do well, and it turned out to be the case. I made over 100% return in just over a couple of days. So here's the setup from the initial trade, and I'll just walk you through how the trade performed. So the stop loss on this one was 20%. Otherwise, it was just close after 10 days. I ended up closing early and taking profits. So first day, the stock was pretty flat, down about 82 bucks. The next trading day, down about 120. The stock's jumped up 2%. And the next day, it's ripped 5% higher. And look at the profit there, it just went up massively, 112% profit. And at that point, I figured it was as good a time as any to close it out rather than, holding on for another few days. But we'll fast forward and just see how the trade would have done if we had held on. 1,000 still, 1,500, so slightly more. 2,200, 2,000. I'm not sure when the 10-day mark comes in, but yeah, look at that, 2,600. So hindsight, probably should have held on for longer, but was happy with that huge return in a short space of time. So definitely check out CMLViz if you're interested. I'll drop the links in the description. And also working here with Option Net Explorer, which I really like. I've been working with them for about 6 months or so, and I really like using this to back test. And this is good to go back and review trades as well in this sort of scenario and see how things would have gone if you had have held on for longer or done things a little bit differently. So there you go. That was a long strangle on Starbucks. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.